What's up, everybody? BigSweetC here with you. Got a special little video for you today. I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls 3 lately over on the PS4, and namely because I'm kind of doing a what would I do differently this time with our old Assassin's build. I was looking at old videos, and this is still my number one, so I figured I'd go back and take a look at it and see what made it special. But this time I figured I would try and do it differently. What would I do different in this playthrough? And as you can see, I haven't changed anything, except for I'm still hollow. That was familiar to the last playthrough, but I haven't changed anything in terms of my outfit or my weapons. As you can see here, we've got the Sharp Estoc +6 up. We have our base weapon. I have infused it with a sharp gem and buffed it up to +6, but it scales with dexterity, and as you can see on my player status, I have really invested into dexterity and intelligence. Now I actually will already go back and fix a little error. I'm actually going to drop intelligence down to 14, whatever down to 16. So I can use my this bad boy right here, the old Heretic's Staff, for the amount of intelligence it takes to use. The spell buff is the best. So we're gonna rock this bad boy, and I don't know if I'm gonna continue with the target shield. I've got a couple other shields in mind, namely the crest of the dragon crest, or even perhaps the grass crest shield, so I wouldn't have to use the Chloranthy ring. But I mean, you get 4 rings, so right now obviously I'm rocking the Silver Serpent ring because I need the more souls. But we also got the Lingering Dragon Crest ring, which extends the length of the spell effect, and then the Ring of Favor, probably the best ring in the game. I mean, it's like the only one that does maximum equip load, but it also does HP and stamina as well. Like this is crazy. This is crazy good. I'm not sure what I'm gonna pop this into. I don't really need to boost miracles. I'm not really going that route. It's going to be more of, we'll go back to my stats here. It's going to be more of just the 2 attunement slots this time, as opposed to, I think I went with 4 last time. And I'm not going to make a big investment into faith like I did. So previously we went 35 vigor, 20 attunement, 35 endurance. I had 14 strength, I think it was 45 dexterity, but I believe I had the ring that gave me +5, so I think it was only 40 dex, and I think it was 25 intelligence and 20 faith. I'm going to invest heavily into dexterity, vigor, and endurance, and to be honest with you, that's about it for this playthrough. But what brought this up was, I've generally heard that the Estoc is actually one of the best weapons in the game, but it's never been a weapon that I've actually used. It's a thrusting weapon, and I don't generally like that, because you usually have to have some distance in between. It doesn't work very well on crawling creatures. You gotta kind of hit it a couple of times before you actually do. The weapon art for R2, it's the strong attack, is kind of more of like a little dance. It's a different move base, and I kind of R1 mash a lot with this guy, but when you get it tempered up, when you get it buffed up with this Heretic Staff, your attack power actually goes up pretty well. 333 on a dex of 20. Imagine that if I hadn't gone up those extra 4 and put them into dexterity, we'd be at 24. We'd probably be doing 350 attack power at level 62. So this is actually a pretty decent mid-level character. It does have its strengths and its weaknesses, like I was saying, but the piercing, really, the posture damage that it does really helps out a lot, and it actually makes this one of the strongest weapons I've ever used in my life. So I was curious if this was actually still considered one of the best weapons in the game. It's gotten me through it. It has shredded at times. I've got absolutely annihilated at other times because it requires you to rely on the parry a little bit more than you do on your straight resistance damage. And if you miss that parry, it's pretty much one-shot kill. Now, I've got my vigor up to 30, plus I've got that ring of favor on. So my overall HP level is actually pretty good right now. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. What would that be under? Oh, there it is, 14, 13. That's pretty decent. 140 stamina. 40 is the, if you guys don't remember, 40 is the soft cap for all levels here, and then 60 is the hard cap. My plan is to go 40 vigor, 40 endurance, 16 intelligence, and then the rest into dexterity up to 60. I'm not going to go any farther than 60 into one category. If I get that high, and I have other things to go into, it'll probably be strength before anything else. Either way, I just thought I would share what we've got going on. When I get the full build done, I will absolutely give you guys a full rundown of how it turns out. I'm probably going to use the Bestoc through the rest of the game. Now, when I heard it was the best in the game, it was generally Dark Souls 1 that I heard it in, so that makes me curious to think what people think about it in Dark Souls 3. So if you do have any comments, or if you have any knowledge of such an answer, please do me the favor of hitting the old comment section below. Either way, that's going to do it for this one. BigSweetC, that's me, wishing YouTube, that's you, wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it might be. As long as you're watching, I'm wishing you a wonderful watching time. Sweetness, signing off. Peace.